eyes once were blinded. Now through him do we see. Our hands once were idle.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my stream.
And when the world shall listen.
I'll take the shovel.
And when the world shall see.
My inventory is more or less free.
That world will cease to be.
Here do you toil,
That we might remember, by night we reclaim. What by day was stolen.
What's that over there? It looks like someone camping. We should go and see it. A spawn. Mouthful. Alright. 2%, baby. That's all it takes. I managed to take the skull without opening the sarcophagus. That's just cool. Ildari's sarcophagus. And it's empty. Ildari. Do I have a quest for Ildari? Whoever he is. I like the alien structures. Reminds me of something. Oh, I get it. Reminds me of The Witcher 3. Skelligiles. Oh yes. Okay, so what have we here? Shardak discovered. I thought it was somebody's head, but these are the remains of some fountain. Aww, they tease me with the objects that almost look like the containers. Wait, these are Dwemer ones.
Someone there.
The fuck are you? Right, this place is crawling with pirates. You even managed to scare me.
Must have been locked.
One down. We need to dispose of the body. Come on. Up you go. And down to the sea. Come on. Alright. One down. Yo, Piotr Rand. Welcome back to my stream. Glad to see you around. Tonight we're going to explore a bit of Solstheim and probably read a book or two.
Nothing here after all. What was that?
Nothing here after all. What was that? Stealth is so much fun in this game.
I was sure I heard something. Huh?
Damn it. Can they please turn around?
I know I heard something. Nothing here after all. Huh?
What was that? Alright. Good shot, by the way. No. Enough?
Enough!
They don't even deserve the battle music. This guy doesn't see me as a threat. I can't hide from them, and they can't hit me with their bows. Alright, let's cover with our shield.
Where are you? Over here!
No, my loot! Let's jump for him. Good. Okay, so now we're no longer detected. Please turn around, both. Right. It's getting better and better. Alright. More or less I'd call this a successful stealthy assault. It sounded as if somebody was working with the blacksmith equipment. Can't see any. Control switch. You lack the required item. Indeed. kind of item I require. Okay, let's explore a bit more to find out. What's that? Oh, it's a deer. So they do have some game in this island. On this island. I thought that they had only a few means of nourishment here. Well, I think that we're under attack now. Let's try and hide and start this over. Shall we? Come on. You shouldn't find us. We shouldn't find you from behind your back. I dislike that the subtitles had glitched. Okay. Oh, yes. Was he from the encampment or... These cries and screams on the background, they creep up the place, I think. Oh, we're close to Skull Village. Why do I think they're not friendly? And also it takes some time to save the game. Do I have too many save games now?
It won't be that easy to get rid of the Reeklings, Buva.
I never said it would be, but either way, we have to try. Whether we succeed or not, it'll stir up some of the old blood in this crowd.
I'm not going to lead them to their deaths if they aren't ready.
Then train them. What are we doing here? We should either get used to staying here, or be preparing to retake the hall. You're having us do neither, and I can't stomach it.
But your stomach isn't my problem. We'll act when I say we do, and not before.
Well, you'd better say something, and soon.
Who are these guys anyway? Bujold the Unworthy.
Don't even think about it. Unless you can help, leave us in peace.
What is going on here?
What's going on here is that we've been kicked out of our home. The Mead Hall, up there on the hill. Some Reeklings have taken it over.
How were Reeklings able to overpower you?
With tenacity and numbers. It didn't help that we'd grown a little too comfortable up there. Too much mead, too many stories, too few battles.
Why do you had one extra warrior?
Are you offering to help? Some new blood should be enough to rouse these layabouts to actually fight again.
That sounds like fun.
Well, let's move then. Hey!
Don't judge this place. We could make home
Get
wherever
over
we
here.
are. All right.
I know you're all starting to settle in here and keep up the fat lives you got used to up in the hall. But look here. This outsider has more fire than any of you. All I had to do was mention our little infestation, and he volunteered in a second. I don't want to have my spirit outstripped by some wanderer. So let's get up there and kill us some Reeklings.
It just came on so quickly.
It's funny to me because I didn't even know what happened. It's just 1 second I was...
At night, the wind picks up from the ocean and... Well, I'm just lucky to keep warm.
What is Thirsk?
Do you know of the skull?
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Our comrades leaving us behind, so we should move on. Wait, where the hell are we going? I thought we were going to Skull Village. Kill the Reeklings. What are Reeklings? Oh, we need to enter, right? What the fuck are we fighting? Oh, this. Right.
Is someone there?
We must know that we have no casualties. Reekling Spear. Because if there are casualties, I'm doing this alone.
That's the last of them.
Last of them? Before we speak to them, let me loot everything here.
Ah, that was almost exhilarating. How are you feeling?
That was easy.
Good to hear. In fact, that's just the spirit I'll need from my second. Do you want to come with me?
You're what? Where are we going?
To Rothmund's Barrow. I need to get his blessing again before we take up residence here. I'll need a witness and, well, you see the kind of horker brains I deal with around here. What do you say?
I'd be honored.
Well, let's not waste time talking about it then.
Meet Bujold at Rothmund Barrow.
Don't worry about me. You and Bujold should get up to the barrow.
So she's not Bujold, but Bujold. Okay. New information right here.
We'll clean up here. You go with Bajol.
No, no cleaning before I loot everything. Bucket. Ashfire mead. There's no weight. That's pretty convenient. I thought that that was an acoustic system. It's a boombox. If that was so, I'd think that we killed some children. Alright, I think we've
We'll clean up here. You
I'm
go
going
with
to
Patrol.
stay here and check
Don't
on
worry about
A
me.
lot of work to do around this
You and
place.
Bujal. Don't worry
A
about
lot of work
me.
to do around this place.
You and Bujal should get up to the barrow.
Bujold Barrow. Where is it? Barrow. Where's the barrow? There. There. So before we enter, we need to unload. That's for them, sure. Right, turn right and all the way. That's south, we need to go west. But if we go straight... these are dragon bones. Oh, come on! Come here. I said come here! Potions. Let's take this true shot. 60 seconds only. Serpentine Dragon. Miss me. Just from this poison we don't have any. What was that? We are under attack by some bristleback. I don't know, are you contagious? This place is a good vantage point. Master cultist. Cultist of what? Come on. Answer me. You attacked first, man. I'll requisition everything you have. These are some other ruins. The time is 11 PM. Kagrum has discovered. That looks cool. Why won't we get acquainted with it? Ralith Eldry. Knapsack. Nothing to shed a light on what happened here. I wonder whether it's big or not. Finally, let's go. We got an explorer inside of us. Hey bro, welcome back to my stream. Glad to see you around. Somebody got inside here before me. Right, we have some decorative Dwemer stuff here, which means we'll get encumbered quickly. And that's exactly what we need right now. We need to get back and do some trading, unloading, etc. Dwarven oil. We even drank it. Pirates. You go on around what you have been doing. I'll just perform my duties.
Almost got enough.
Hey, we got a debtor over here.
Thing.
Ain't going back to prison. Darn the ash.
Anybody there?
I guess.
I guess. Ah! What was that? That looks shiny. Damn it. Yeah, I'm also having the attunement sphere, and it's even charged as far as I remember. But I wanted to work on the ruins we have here. Kagroma's resonance gem. Ooh. Exchange resonance gem with what? Right, we only have 2 of them. Probably we need to get some more. Oh, that's the combination to open this one, I guess. Okay, so before we proceed, let's do some unloading. We're almost over encumbered. This Dwemer stuff is heavy, as usual. We need to set up a marker here. What's with the rectangular around my... Jumping flame spider. That's how it's called now. Self-destructing mechanism called jumping. Jumping. Oh. And that is our new home. Drafty urn. Wait, we have something to enchant right now. Let's undo these. This is a special set. Right, do we have many items to enchant? Not many, alright. Let's pick some up. Don't have any woodcutter's axe. That's too bad. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's unload items. They should be quick now. No, damn it. East Empire Pendant, right? Now where is that? It costs 500 septims tax-free, come on. Whew, finally. Okay, seems legit. Taproots. Really? Find it. Raleth Edry's nose on Kagromaz. I'm closer to solving the mystery of these ruins. I have found references in ancient Dwemer texts that call Kagromaz the site of a set of trials, a training ground of sorts. This is thus far unprecedented in my research. This could explain why that gate is so unmovable. The proper trial has not been completed. It is possible nobody has opened this gate since the days of the Dwemer. What treasures of the ancient world lie in wait behind these doors? The pattern of the gate seems to hold the solution to unlocking it. It bears resemblance to the console in the center of the chamber. But what does it mean? There are 9 holes that I assume are to be filled, but with what? If only I had the means to find more expeditions to the other Dwemer ruins of Solstheim, they surely hold the keys to opening the locked gate. Even if I had the means to start the trials, I surely have not the means to complete them. I can't wait for more funding. I'm going to have to recruit those who will act on the promise of treasure alone. Surely there are those so excited about this find as I am, Raleth Edry. Yeah, and they killed him. Stupid bitches. We gotta read one book at least. Okay, the reclamations, right? The Fall of the Tribunal and the Rise of the New Temple by Tharo of Rehab. The destruction of Vivek City and their subsequent eruption of Red Mountain in the 4th year of 5 was not just a crisis in terms of the physical destruction it caused, it also cut deeply into the ancient religious beliefs of the Dunmer. The fall of the Ministry of Truth was the last straw in the tottering support for the temple's worship of Almalexia, Sotha, Sil, and Vivek. With all 3 of the tribunes now widely believed dead or disappeared, what had been a simmering schism within the ranks of the temple priesthood burst into the open. While outsiders may never know the full tale of this internal struggle, when the smoke cleared a few years later, the former dissident priests were in full control of the temple hierarchy, with tribunal loyalists either purged or recanted. The so-called New Temple now declared the worship of the tribunes as a result of misguided teaching, blaming the mistakes on the former tribunal. The temple now taught that the Daedra venerated by the Ashlander tribes, Azura, Mephala, and Boethia, were the true way, and should be revered by the Dunmer people. Fittingly, the Daedra were named the Reclamations, as if they were reclaiming their status from the tribunal. In an elegant compromise, no doubt intended to reconcile the large majority of the temple priesthood, who were neither dissidents nor fanatic tribunal loyalists, Almalexia, Sothasil, and Vivek were relegated to the status of saints, a traditional way to venerate the most honored Dunmer ancestors. This apparently satisfied enough of the existing priesthood that the new temple was able to maintain at least a semblance of outward continuity. The rise of the new temple almost completely vindicated the previously persecuted Ashlanders, who had continued to worship the three Daedra throughout the tribunal's rule. The Ashlanders are now lauded as the keepers of the old ways and having true vision. It is now quite common for many of the Dunmer people to make the arduous pilgrimages into the Ash Wastes to seek the counsel of the wise women. These women have supposedly opened the eyes of those who they claim were blinded by the tribunal, and directly connect the eruption of the Red Mountain and the Argonian invasion to the anger of the three Daedra. House Indoril, whose fortunes were so entwined with the tribunal temple, suffered greatly from its fall. While House Indoril still technically exists, the priesthood of the temple are now considered one and the same with House Indoril. Those who become priests are now considered to have joined Indoril. The political power of the Indoril has thus passed entirely into the hands of the temple, although members of the old House Indoril are still represented in the priesthood. The rise of the new temple has a number of interesting parallels with the rise of House Redoran. Each filled the vacuum of power resulting from the crisis of Red Year. How durable these new arrangements will prove, religious and political, remains to be seen. The span of 2 centuries is quite brief in the long history of the ancient Dunmer people. Right, we managed to unload a bit. Wait, magic poison. Our base is too new for all that. Don't have enough frostbite venom. Neither do we have any other venom at all. So, let's go. So the guy mentioned that we need more gems to operate the door and the trials. That seems to be the problem. As now I need more gems with no understanding where to get them. Well, he did pass on the clue that we might get them by... What's that? Might get them by exploring other ruins. Probably we'll find some gems there. Who's this guy? High elf.
Huh?
Now you're mine.
Are you out of your mind? %, baby. these ashes just keep on coming. Oh, now we have few workers here.
We've got a crew on it. They're not sharp, but they're working hard.
Come back soon. See how we do.
Talk to Rallis about this mess.
Talk to Rallis about this mess.
So, with 1,000 pieces of gold, he only managed to recruit 2 additional workers. I think he overpaid them.
We have come south to test our worth against the mighty Netch. Will you join us?
And Netch. Right, sounds fun. I'll join your hand. Join your hand.
Well met, friend. May we all fight or die well.
You're mine.
I wonder how they'll do without me. They succeeded after all.
The beast was not the only one to fall this day. May the Allmaker welcome our brethren with open arms.
Our victory will bring meat and bones to our people and glory to our family.
So they can destroy the Netch without any casualties, only if I enlist and actively support them. Wait a minute, please. Yep, let's proceed. Okay. Lower right corner and left. Hey. At least the penetrated armor. Let's check it out. Right, it returned the resonance gems to me. What's next? Oh. So we may proceed now, alright. Find resonance gems across Solstheim to complete the Kagromos trials. That fast dwarven spider. You seem friendly. Ooh. It looks as if they want me to craft something. I can't close him. Right, so we're off to find some more resonance gems, yeah. We're only halfway encumbered, so we might as well continue on exploring. Okay, so we've got this quest, but it's too far from here. Let's locate the areas around us. What's that? Abandoned lodge. Judging by this extinguished campfire, somebody was here some time ago. Requires a key, of course. Damn it. Somebody who abandoned it was rather clever. He locked it. So that looks like some Dwemer tower. Of course I can open it only from the inside. The existence of such a lift means that the place is rather deep. That's a gorgeous view. Skyrim is somewhere around over there. Or probably even a bit south, to the south. Found Thars. Right, we were detected by the Reekling. Their arrows can't even penetrate me. Oh, these are not arrows, these are spears. Did that mean something bad? Ooh. Hey, they have some library here. Yeah, this place is huge. Look at all that. Should I press it? No, I don't. This looks like some command post. No answers was what all that does. Alright. one of these buttons close this door. Okay, so this opens the door we came from. How do I disable it? Alright. What if? Okay. What's that glowing over there? I can't search it. Right, some new puzzle here. What does it want from us now? Wait a minute, please. I need to AFK a bit. Alright, thank you for waiting me. Let's find out how to open it. The door, I mean. Ah, there it is. Nice. Lots of mushrooms. Excuse me, old buddy. Yeah, I can sleep here. Meaning that they're not aggressive? They are. That's too bad. And why does our character... Why is our character able to sleep here? What's there? It looks as if we need to jump down here and go somewhere. Or that's just my imagination. Maybe there's an easier route. Let's get underwater. Oh, they're on the... There is some height, of course. I can't just jump in, right? Come on. I almost glitched into his texture. Okay, let's start from here. Oh, Thar's corridor. What was that? Alright, it was a lever. They also have defensive structure here. Why? Alright. It's some Dwemer logic. We can't comprehend that. What's this felt though? Oh. Come on. It allows us to go here. Oh, that's so sweet. So now we have a quick way back. I think it's cheesing me. Right, I think I need to go to the other side. It is. It is journal. Wait, where's the journal? Ah. It starts from E. Alright, it is journal. I finally caved and told Ulin that I would help him retrieve this visage of Mzund that he has been so obsessed over. Why he wants some dwarven helmets so much is beyond me, but I owe him, so whatever. We stopped to take a breather after crossing over the gears. This place is amazing, but it seems to serve no purpose that I can tell. Why the dwarves would waste so much good metal on gears, pipes and constructs is completely beyond me. We had to fight off several of the metal spiders while spinning around on the gears. Got so dizzy we almost fell off. That's it? Alright. Boilery. More puzzles. fuck? No, we can't open it. Alright. Let's find a way in. Alright, 6 switches. There's Ulin. Ulin's journal. Eddie stayed back on the gears to hold off those metal monsters, but she hasn't shown up, so I'm going to press on and hope for the best. Unfortunately, my progress has been blocked by a gate that I can't pry open. Following the pipes, it appears that the gate is controlled by the larger boiler in the center of the room. I'm going to try shooting the resonators with an arrow to see if that opens the gate. What's that? What if I shoot it? Nothing. Alright. Alright. We have a small puzzle in our hands. Let's do this. Let's try this one again. I think this one, or that one. Damn it, I can't see a shit. Right, which one? I think this one, or that one. That one. Damn. All three. Let's try this one again. And this one. Shit. Right, we managed to solve the puzzle. Now, because we're almost over encumbered, we need to go back. But first, we need to activate the switch here. I can't jump there, but alright, let's use a shout. Grind hole. Right, first we need to unload, then we go to the grind hole. Yeah, this shit is not opening yet. Yeah, that will still have to go through the boilery. Let's proceed to the exit. It's 3 p.m. There are some supplies here. I didn't notice them well, the first time when I was here. Gold or vein? Miner. Damn it. Wrong shout. Emerald Geode.
The secrets. I can't get them out. I can't get them out.
What's wrong with you, buddy?
I know things, hidden things, things you aren't supposed to know.
So down there, what are you going on about?
You don't believe me. No one does. They don't want to. I don't want to either. But I can't help it. They're in my head.
What's in your head?
Secret hidden things.
Secrets? What kind of secrets?
The secret kind.
Alright then, where did you learn these secrets?
The black book. It shoved them in there with black, slick fingers. My fingers are too short. I can't get them out.
Where did you find this black book?
Oh no, I didn't find it. It found me. Here, I'll show you. See? Right there. But don't go there. You don't want these things in your head. You don't.
Find the black book
You
in the
don't.
what?
Never should have come here. I cannot best you.
Alright. Wise move. Wise decision. Farewell. Ouch.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Got this from a pretty excited looking dark elf around Raven Rock. He said it was important I got it to you as soon as I could. Looks like that's it. Got to go. Nope. Sorry.
He told me that he'll find me himself.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
You want to be the new steward of Tel Mithryn?
I'm glad to lend a hand.
You must be using quite a bit more.
Until next time. I work for Mokro. You got a problem?
I can't thank you enough for reopening the Ebony Mines. You brought light to the darkness, my friend.
Are you friends with Councillor Morvey?
I've known the Councillor since we were both quite young. We rose the ranks in House Redoran together. When word arrived in Blacklight that the Councillor's father had passed, I was asked to sail to Raven Rock with him as his secretary. It meant passing on better opportunities at home, but I didn't want to leave his side.
You must owe him quite a bit.
We fought quite a few battles together and saved each other's lives on more than one occasion. Our bond is our strength. We've always been at each other's side, and nothing will ever change that. I'm pleased I was mistaken about you, sir.
Not to worry, Atro. I'll recover my losses in due time. You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. Don't let it go to waste.
Right, and let's see.
Citizen.
Nothing to disenchant. Right, let's see if we have some more items. 5 p.m. and 5 p.m. We gotta move fast. I don't think we'll be able to sell them all during our exploration at Solstheim Island. But still, we might as well take all that back to Skyrim and sell it there. Right, do we have any skulls? No, nothing. Let's go and trade right away. Or no, we need to unload the resources first. Damn it. I accidentally taken all the potions, but never mind, it's alright. No, flute does not belong here. Yeah, now we're barely loaded. Let's take some inexpensive items with us. I think we've got plenty of expensive ones already. Strange. Thor's Hall was founded by Hrothmund, who originally left the Skull in order to live the lifestyle of ancient Nord warriors in the wilderness.
You've got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. Take a look.
Well, that trade went on quite fast.
Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
Destroying the ash spawn has made it safer to work in the fields. Thank you. Take a look. Careful with those netches. They may look seriously personal.
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I'm beginning to like this partnership. Here you go.
Take a look.
Begins to like our partnership. That's a possibility, I think.
If you need any supplies, you know where to find them.
If you ever need apothecary supplies, talk to my wife. Just got some of my merchandise off the latest supply ship. See if anything strikes your fancy. Next time you're hungry, stop by.
Alright, I think I have already traded with
I
everybody
work
here.
for Mogul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
The mine's open, people are buying drinks, and I'm making money again. Just like old times. Take a look. Come back any time. My door's always open.
Alright, now we may unload. Stahlrim Shield of Dwindling Fire. Don't have anything from Stahlrim. Right, let's unload it into our main chest. Quick unload here. And surplus books. That's the wrong one. Damn it. Now where is this book? There it is. Writ of execution, Raccoon the Traveler. Honorable writ of execution, Raccoon the Traveler. The aforementioned personage has been marked for execution as a member of an unlawful guild of assassins in accordance with the lawful tradition and practice of the Morakton Guild. The bearer of this non-disputable document has official sanctioned license to kill the aforementioned personage. Glories and Laments by Alexander Hertrard. Having arrived at Godald's Front Priory, halfway on the gold road between Skingrat and the Imperial City, I resolved to make a side trip to view the magnificent ruins of Sea Tatar, or Shadow of the Fatherwoods, in the ancient Aelid tongue. After many hours of difficult travel through tangled hawthorn, hells, and Limberlost, I was suddenly struck dumb by the aspect of 5 pure white columns rising from a jade-green mound of vines, perfect V-shaped arches, and graceful capitals towering above the verdant forest growth. This spectacle caused me to meditate on the lost glories of the past, and the melancholy fate of high civilizations now poking like splinter shards of bone from the green-brown tumulus of time-swept obscurity. Within the forest tangle I discovered an entrance leading down into the central dome of a great underground edifice once dedicated to Magnus, the god of sight, light and insight. Dimly lit by the faded power of its magical pools, the shadowy white walls of the enclosure shimmered with a cold blue light. In the marble benches of the central plaza faced out across the surrounding waters to tall columns and sharp arches supporting the high dome. From the central island, stately bridges spanned the still pools to narrow walkways behind the columns, with broad vaulted avenues and limpid canals leading away through ever-deepening gloom into darkness. Reflected in the pools were the tumbled columns, collapsed walls, and riotous root and vine growth thriving, the dark half-light of the magical fountains. The ancient Aelis recognized not the 4 elements of modern natural philosophy, earth, water, air, and fire, but the 4 elements of high elf religion, earth, water, air, and light. The Aelis considered fire to be but a weak and corrupt form of light, which Aelid philosophers identified with primarily magical principles. Thus, their ancient subterranean temples and sanctuaries were lit by lamps, globes, pools, and fountains of purest magic. It was by these ancient faded but still active magics that I knelt and contemplated the departed glories of the long-dead Aelid architects. Gazing through the glass-smooth reflections of the surrounding pools, I could see deep below the slow pulse, the waxing and waning of the Welkin stones. The chiefest perils of these ruins to the explorer are the cunning and deadly mechanisms devised by the Aelids to torment and confound those who would invade their underground sanctuaries. What irony that after these many years these devices should still stand vigilant against those who would admire the works of the Aelids, for it is clear these devices were crafted in vain. They did not secure the Aelids against their true enemies, which were not the slaves who revolted and overthrew their cruel masters, nor were the savage beast people who learned the crafts of war and magic from the Aelid masters. No, it was the arrogant pride of their achievements, their smug self-assurance, and their empire would last forever, that doomed them to fail and fade into obscurity. Might as well unload some journals here. I hope this message finds you quickly, Raccoon the Traveler. We've completed the initial excavation, but have run into some unexpected difficulties. Come as soon as you can, your partner, Rallis. Right, only one book to unload and we may proceed again.
Nope, sorry.
Mark-tongue assassin. I just got rid of your stupid nose. Those guys are considered traitors around here. And he did it. He betrayed my trust when he pleaded for mercy, and yet still he tried to kill me. Good job, man. Good job in dying. Right, let's skip this barrow. We'll get back to it. Wait, what was this sound? Oh, they managed to uncover the entrance. Alright, good job. Okay, so how do I get to the boilery? no fail here. The sound is funny though. Right, it's closed with double bars. I thought that whatever I'm going to perform here, they will activate and try to kill me. Crap. Too cool. Dynamo actuator. Okay, so we've got one active. Okay, let's proceed. Pile of gold. 82 pieces of gold, alright. Visage of Mzund. Increases your stamina by 60 points and allows wearer to release the breath of Nchuak, a powerful steam attack. Aww. It doesn't give me any additional carry weight. So overall it's useless. Gold. We've also acquired additional resonance gem. Okay, where's the lever? Awesome. cave here. What a funny bug. Frostmourne Crag discovered.
Hold, traveler. You have no business here. We mean you no harm, but be on your way. Leave us in peace. Leave us in peace. Last warning.
You have no business with our pack. Be gone.
Alright, right. Are you serious? Let's put on Hevnerek in case they're contagious. Right, I'll review later whether we did the right thing or not. Alright, I thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. But unfortunately we should conclude our stream in a few moments. So I thank you everyone for watching, hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. And stay tuned for the next episode for the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Good night and see you around. Bye!